Welcome to the Voice of Grace Lightlooper and Cycle Witch podcast. I am Grace Lightlooper, a multidimensional vocal channel, singer, and soul activation coach. Through my work, I guide souls to unlock the power of their voice, connect with their soul's frequency, and reactivate their ancient magic. I run transformational online and in-person containers and online voice activation courses. All my offerings can be found on my website. Now, this magical episode, as ever, is co-hosted with my soul sister Beth. She is an artist, a mystic, and a healer, and she goes by the name of Cycle Witch. And today we share with you our recent plant medicine journey. It is wild, it is untamed, and find out how we move through the darkest times with laughter and vocal frequencies.
We're joined in the studio with our very special guest today, Bob the cat.
Bob the cat. You probably can't hear his purr because it's not near the microphone. Again, if you are watching, you're really understanding this on a much better level than if you're just listening.
Well, hello everybody.
Hello and welcome to episode 5.
So today we are going to have a quick chat.
Quick half an hour chat.
Yeah, quick half an hour chat. That's quick for us.
That is very true right now.
We are going to have a quick for us chat about a recent journey we had.
Yes, it's all about the journey, not the destination.
Oh, and that has been such a major theme for me this last week.
Yes.
Massively.
Yes. Who's saying that to me recently? Oh, yeah. I remember someone saying that recently. Someone who's recently moved house.
Oh.
And she was like, oh, God, I don't want to knock down this painting. Yeah, she was like, just remember to enjoy the process of moving. Don't just don't just think about that end bit. And I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, because I actually really enjoy clearing out and organising and stuff. So, yeah, on a really practical level, embodying that.
Nice.
So, yeah, back to the journey.
Yeah, journey's been such a massive one this week. Our house, we've been talking about how destination ideation can be quite a negative effect in our lives, and how sometimes we've just got to sit back and go, wait, it's about the journey, not where we're headed, because we get so much more enjoyment that way.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those phrases, isn't it, that you can just use as a throwaway comment and just be like, yeah, it's about journey on destination, but I'm really excited for this point. Like, it's so easy to like keep bypassing that.
Definitely.
But to actually embody it is just a whole new level. Well, that's just like the ultimate presence practice, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Become so present with what you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads us to talk about.
So, we had a plant medicine journey.
Yes, we fucking did.
And we all set the we all set the intention of connecting with our guides, our spirit, our past lives, any kind of higher power that was working with us and for us. And I feel like within seconds of going into that journey, I had a massive like reprogram of what that actually meant to me.
Wow. Oh, share that with me, because I'm
so I don't know, I went into it with this feeling of like I feel that I have these like presences that look out for me and look after me and like give me knowing when I really, really need it. And I'm so aware of that, but I'm so unaware of it as well. And I've been wanting to connect in the ways that I see other people connect, you know? And I was kind of hoping that I'd I'd eventually lay down and go into this like process and have this conversation with these beings and have some kind of activation and stuff. And within seconds, it was like I fell through so many multiples of lifetimes and dimensions. And the message was, all you got to do is just be here, just play. That's all you have to do. The rest of it is just gonna be there, right, whether you're acknowledging or not.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know, it took so much pressure off of what I thought I was gonna get and what I thought I wanted from that. And it just became this like very different thing. Yeah, it really was crazy. Oh, and it was really like I came to the realization, or I was given the knowledge that in that moment I didn't need to speak to angels and specific ancestors. It was just like, it's you in every single lifetime. It's you, and you are always here, and you are connected and building each time. And from that point on, everything just got absolutely hilarious, because why take anything seriously? You've already done it all.
Oh my God, that was so profound. Even you saying that now is taking me back to that place of like, fuck, like the deepest fucking trauma I could ever go into. Like, literally, the deepest fucking thing you could ever go into. And you're like, you've already fucking done it. And I'm like, I just need to heal it through sound. And, oh my God. Oh, that's just hit me on another level, like you saying it again, of like, you've already done it, like on a trauma level, if that's the word we want to use, you know, just fucking unexpressed energy, no matter how horrific it is. It's like, well, you've already done that. You've already done it. That's already done.
Yeah.
And
all you got to do is just let it go and be here and play.
You know, the message, I'll share the message right at the start, because you served me Happy at the start, which is like, I love connecting with Happy with you. You served me Happy before we went into it. And then the message was just, she will laugh it out with you. And I was like, you fucking what? She's gonna laugh what out of me? What? You know, but I trust everything. And I was just like, okay. And as we went in, like, you were big on the laughs. You were bringing in the joy.
So big on the
You're
laughs.
like a joy anchor, a laughter anchor. Wise old tree.
Well, they do say laughter is the best
medicine. They do fucking say that.
But it's so true. It's so true. We need to feel and acknowledge our feelings. But when we're ready, just gotta laugh.
But there's that bit, right? Because I was trying to explain this to someone the other day about our journey. And I was like, look, mate, fucking, I went into this process, right? Got some fucking suppressed childhood memories coming up, like really dark shit. And I'm like trying to explain this dynamic of like, Beth is there laughing, like laughing, right? Whilst I'm going through like the deepest pain of my life. But also while she's laughing, she's like channeling this fucking wisdom of being in the present moment and actually going, because we were both moving like this a lot, weren't we? Cycling, circling, looping and cycling. And you were channeling that wisdom of, we're already here. We're just here to like feel it over again. And we're cycling through these lifetimes, and this just happens to be the one I'm cycling through in this lifetime. And as you were channeling that, I remember just purging it out through my voice, like feeling the depths of this pain and discomfort, and just like this for like what felt like hours. But you were keeping this like momentum going, and this energy of like movement and cycling, really. And then with that, and with my voice just being just open, just letting it out, it was like the trust that I have in you. It's not even trust, it's a knowing. It's like trust. I feel like it's almost, to say the word trust implies that there might not be trust. Like it's just this knowing, like she's fucking got you. You don't have to worry. So any laughter that come in, it was like medicinal laughter. It wasn't like, I never at any point felt like you were bypassing my experience.
Good. I'm so glad, because there were so many moments where I wasn't even aware of the fact that I was laughing. And then I'd be like, shit, wait, Grace is going through a really big process. Wait, and then I'd laugh at the hilarity of me trying to
be a space holder.
Yeah. Trying to be a space holder and trying to meet you in that energy.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not mine. I don't need to do it. Grace is already doing it. She's already done it. We've all already done this. Oh my God, it's all hilarious.
Yeah. And so we conclude in this cycle. It's all hilarious. You're like the laughing Buddha. I don't know anything about the laughing Buddha, but I just imagine he does that. He just sits and laughs and heals everyone.
Yeah, perfect.
And that feels like a Buddha-y thing.
Yeah.
Many lifetimes, many experiences, just laughing at each one. But there is definitely this like balance. Like, I'm not, for anyone listening, don't go out there and laugh at the person that is sharing their deepest traumas with you.
No, don't
There's
do
a specific recipe, which I'm sure at some point Beth will share with us all. Remedy or recipe. Maybe, I don't know, like, you know, like I'm doing these voice activation offerings. Maybe you're like...
Maybe I'm a laughter coach.
Maybe you're a laughter coach, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Like laughter workshops. Because that's a thing, right? Laughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so... Oh, maybe we could like... Oh, imagine that, like voice activation and laughter workshop all in one. Oh my God.
Okay, we need to do a trial of this.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm part of it, so I mean...
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh dear. So yeah, I came out of that experience feeling very terrified that I would then go into other ceremonies and walk around a room where people are going through some really deep shit and just going up to them going, remember, and really kind of annoying people. I think I've grounded enough now to know that's not going to happen.
No, you've got, like, there's a specific way you work psych. Specific way that you do it, because it's like you implant the wisdom first, and then it's like, it's kind of like how I work with the sound frequencies, you know, like I'm meeting the person on that level of grounded, like down here somewhere, the fucking ancestral sounds, and then together we're like coming up here, and with every process that's the same dynamic, the same thing, same scale. So it's like, I feel like you were doing that. Your wisdom was like deep rooted wisdom, like real fucking earthly wisdom that you would plant and you would say over and over again, and then you would bring the frequency up with the laughter, and it's almost like that would then dissipate the thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, that cycle of like cleansing with the wisdom and then the laughter and the wisdom and the laughter.
So we had this epic journey together.
Didn't it feel like it lasted like days?
Darling, there were points where I wasn't even sure which dimension I came from. And I kept kind of spinning round, coming back into the room and being like, I think this is where I'm supposed to be.
Wow.
And then like,
wow.
There was a point where I came back in, I was like, oh my God, how long have we been doing this for?
Yeah.
We've
been days.
Has it been days? Is it morning yet?
Yeah.
When really, I think it was about 9 o'clock in the evening.
We've been here for 5 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, I completely not unhinged, not even unhooked. What's the word? Disentangled myself from where
Space and time.
Yeah, I was just I'd do something and then I'd kind of drift a little bit and I'd be in a different lifetime and a different reality, and then I'd kind of come back and be like, hang on, which one was the one that's real?
Yeah. I was getting like flickers of that as well. Yeah.
So we did this amazing thing, and one of our biggest chunks of knowledge from all of that was about sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
And how important that is, and how integral that is to a life of fulfillment. I know that at the beginning, when I started to feel a lot of big things happening for me, and I was off in various different lifetimes and dimensions, I kind of vaguely opened one eye, and you were standing over me with the staff singing Icaros, and I was like, oh my God, that's my sister, and she's calling me, and she's called to me through every single lifetime. And at that point, I was spiraling through all my lifetimes, and in each one, you were calling me, and we were meeting, and it was just incredible. It really like set up the whole experience we had after that, where it was like, we are here because we are supposed to be here. We always have been here with each other. And when we finally reach that point where we trust and acknowledge our sisterhood, is when the magic happens. And it's been happening, these last few months, all of this absolute choosing with intention to trust the connection and the power that we have when we work together. It solidified everything in that for me. It was really, really beautiful. Oh.
Just integrating that. Thank you for sharing that. I really felt that when you were sharing it.
Oh. And then it wasn't long after that moment of me having that massive realization that you ended up laying down, being in quite a dark place. And I remember, I'm not even sure if you called me or asked for me.
Or definitely telepathically, like, please come over here.
Yeah. And
you crawled over.
I crawled over. Just like, I wasn't even aware of what limbs I had at that point. I was just like, I need to be with you. And I ended up laughing a lot because I got over there. I was like, how did I make it here? This is how? That's hilarious. I made it over here through sheer intention. And I remember thinking, what do I need to do? And I was like, I don't even know what I need to do. I just need to hold you. Yeah. And isn't it hilarious? All I've got to do is hold you.
Yeah. That's the theme of the night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you physically kind of just flopped on me. And I needed that anchor because I was having some soul work done from my beloved in the astral. And that was deep Icaros, deep, very, cosmic work happening. And I really benefited from that grounding force that you were just like, I got you. I'm not sure how, but I've got you. Yeah. So speaking of sisterhood and what you were mentioning about, recalling you over many lifetimes, and I think one thing that sprung to my mind is I believe that we have, because we've been friends for a few years. I mean, 6, 7, 8 years we've been friends. And we've weaved in and out of each other's lives for a bit over those years. And there's been dissonance as much as there's been resonance now. We've had to go through that. And I think the reason, for me, I can only speak from my part, the reason that I have attracted this, or aligned with this, I guess is a better word, is because I've stayed true to myself through the whole process. And by that, I mean, at the start of my kind of awakening journey, or whatever you want to call it, it was so fucking lonely, so terrifying. I felt like I was so desperate for sisterhood connection. I heard the word, didn't really know what it was. I just, just any feminine friends, but I just didn't have any. It just didn't feel like anyone understood me. No one got me. I didn't have any friends, and it felt so lonely. But I know that one thing that I always did was I just kept being me. And I know that that's so important. And I've heard people talk about it. Just stay in your authenticity, and you will go for a period of time where you have to shed the old, you have to lose the old friends to bring in the new.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've done. And the amazing, crazy thing is, I've done it with you. You were the old friend that fell away, but then you were the new sisterhood that come in. And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It happened within the same person.
Wow.
Saying that out loud is quite profound, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Because, like, it's almost like there's nothing left of our old relationship as friends. That was almost like two completely different people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. I feel that. I feel like we, like you sent me a picture the other day of us with the kids a few years ago, and I was like, I don't even know who that woman is.
Yeah.
Like,
it does, to me, it doesn't even look like you. Like, it's really bizarre.
Yeah. And when I think about, at the beginning of our friendship, I mean, there's always a core of who we are that never changes.
Yeah.
But, the points at which I've seen you and been close with you throughout those 8 years, and how different you are to that person, how much more self-assured and free you are now. It's really, it's a different person. Well, same person, different vibe, energy.
Yeah, like, what is that, right? Because I'd like to get down to, like, really get into that, the crux of that, because it's the awakening process, right?
Yeah,
It's the awakening. So is that like, it's like the soul starts to express itself, as opposed to the programs and the programmed version of us. And it's like, it is like a process, isn't it? It's like a slow awakening process where the soul, like, gradually starts to, like, take up more space than the programmed version of us.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, in a way, I feel like it's really rapid, and it's really like black and white. It's like either you're awake or you're not.
Oh, really? I feel like it flickers. Like, there's a period of time where it's dark and the program's running.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it'll flicker on a little bit.
Right.
And then it'll flicker on again. And the flickers become more frequent.
Yeah.
Until there's more on than there is off.
Right.
But there'll still be an occasional blackout.
I like that, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's like the candle, isn't it? When the candle kept coming, and then we went out for a bit, and it's like, we must remember to light the candle. Remember our light.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just very exciting, isn't it? It's all very exciting. Because it's like, oh, everything is so infinite and expansive. And it's like you spend, well, for me, 35 years of your life being lied to by a lot of people because they don't know the truth. And then you suddenly discover, well, this is why the awakening process can be utterly fucking terrifying, because you have to learn to let go of the control. You suddenly realize nothing is what I've been told it is. Fucking nothing is what I've been told it is. And then you start to relearn what everything is, or what it means to you. and unlearn and unpick all of the deception and the lies and the limitations that have been put on humans, and you start to discover that you actually have superpowers and you actually have gifts beyond what we've ever been told are there. And that once you get past the really scary bit of what the hell is life, it's so liberating.
Oh,
it's so liberating because we're like,
and what that does once you're there, as you start to do that, you start to, I think it really comes back to that, like, what's the phrase? It's something like your vibe calls your tribe or something along those lines. It's when you start to actualize and recognize yourself, you start to call in people who resonate with that.
Yes.
And then that then can be a trigger for them, and you can start to feel when a connection doesn't feel good, because you're learning to trust in yourself so much more. And I think it's, when we all start to light up in that way, and we start to call in our tribe, and the sisterhood starts to grow. And I mean, me and you are so incredibly close. We work so closely together. We've grown so closely together. But I mean, we are also surrounded by an absolute fucking powerhouse of women and other people, women and men and everybody in between, who are all starting. It feels like everybody's starting to like churn up now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it's that actualization of self that you start to kind of everybody starts to light up around you, and you start to realize that there's this bigger thing.
And that's when, like, you start to actually see each other.
Like,
when you looked at me in that ceremony last year and you're like, I see you.
I really see you. I really saw you. I saw you so hard. It was amazing.
I loved, like, that's one of my favorite feelings. It's like when we truly see someone
in everything they are and still love them.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can have somebody look at you in your very best light and be like, oh my God, I see you, you're amazing. But we have seen each other in the very worst states as well.
All of them. All of the worst states.
All of the worst states. We've been there, and we still look at each other and see a fucking magical goddess. And it's like, that's what it is. It's that sense of being seen, isn't it? Yeah. I see you, sister.
I see you, C-dubs.
Oh, God.
Right, I'll scrap that one. Whoa!
Nearly had a painting fall down, guys.
For the listeners. Nearly had a painting fall down.
How are we doing for time? Oh, look at that. 27 minutes.
We're so on it, aren't we?
We are, like, these half-hour conversations. We're just so efficient.
These quick conversations. Quick half-an-hour conversations.
Might be able to hear an aeroplane going by just then.
Or the magic of the iPhone might block it out. What's the fucking
blanket
out? Nah, block it out.
So I would really love for us to discuss at some point in future on this wonderful podcast that we are doing, what does awakening mean to you? I would really love to delve deeper into that. I would love to hear from people who are listening to this.
Yes, please.
What that means to them. And I think I also really want to take this opportunity at the end of this to say thank you to all of the freaking amazing feedback we've had.
Yes.
At this point, I haven't released one episode.
Yes.
I just, I'm just going to trust it's going to keep growing because we've got so many ideas and directions to take this. And every single time we hear from somebody, oh, you guys, I really enjoyed listening to that. You made me think. I felt this, and it makes it so special.
Yeah, literally, like, gives me so many tingles. Like, my whole body feels excited and aligned. Like, I feel that feeling of alignment of,
exactly,
this is it. This is what I want to be doing. This is the feeling that I really enjoy. Yeah.
So keep giving us feedback, guys. We really enjoy it, and
only was good though. You can mirror me, but can you just mirror my light, please?
And let's keep running with it. We've got so many plans, everybody. We've got so many ideas we want to explore with each other, with others. So many more things that we want to share with the world. Look, she's so excited. She's vibrating.
Regular occurrence. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Over and out. Bye.